JayZ could have honestly saved himself a lot of trouble had he released a statement or said anything after these things came out about Diddy. The fact that him and other celebrities did not say anything. Y'all have been taking pictures and partying with Diddy for years, and y'all remain silent. And now you think that the court of public opinion is on your side, and that's why you had to delete that first statement. Let's talk about it.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, you all? This lawsuit with Diddy now involving JayZ is a lot. I cannot say that I am surprised because JayZ has been friends with Diddy for the longest. Say what you want to say, believe it or whatever you want to do. I'm not surprised. You have been sitting, taking pictures, partying with this man for the longest. Y'all have done business together. This is what it is, which is why I said JayZ, if he was smart, he would have released a statement or said something when this stuff happened. This is a person who was in a relationship with somebody who you were cool with. All y'all were cool. Y'all was taking pictures and all of that. The infamous light-skinned woman picture that circulates on Twitter every 2 weeks. That is y'all. Like, this is y'all. This is y'all friend group. And you had to know something. You had to know something was not right. And even if you did not know that something was not right, which I do not believe, you should have said something immediately. When that video of that hotel hallway situation came out, I don't know if JayZ talked to Diddy privately or whatever, but there should have been a statement. I'm just not seeing a friend of mine do something like that and I don't say anything. I'm just like, what is going on? Like that is clear Diddy. And JayZ didn't say anything. So to come out and now release this statement and say that you are a young black man. I'm a young black man. Bro, you are damn near 60 years old. You're not young. JayZ, you are an elder at this point. Like, you are older. You're not a young man. You're not going to use sympathy and blackness to protect you from these things because you were not even interested in protecting black folks. So much to the point that you told black folks that they didn't need to be protesting the NFL anymore. Like, they don't need to be protesting. We're beyond that. Now you're talking to us and trying to get us to be on your side, and it's just not going to happen. Like, people have their thoughts about you. People were looking upside your head that you have been taking pictures and partying with him for the longest. And now you want to say, oh, you know, I am not a part of this and that's not me. Like, this is what comes with it. Y'all want to benefit from being connected to these celebrities and these folks. Like, this is your friend and all that. But when it comes out that they are disgusting, despicable people, y'all don't want to come out and say anything. Oh, now it's loyalty. Now it's loyalty. Like, I'm not going to talk about them and that's not my business. But y'all have no politic when it comes to like, hey, I'm not associated with that. I don't play those type of games. You did not come forth and say anything. And now y'all want to come out and talk to us and like, no, you should have said something. You didn't say anything when you knew stuff, allegedly, and you're not saying nothing when it's known publicly. It's been a running joke about Diddy for the longest. The fact that you have not said anything about it, period, up until this point speaks to your character. Say what you want to say. They're private, No. You have taken pictures with him. You have done business with him. You owe it to the people who are fans of yours, who respect you in this industry, to say something, to come out and speak on this. You're not going to be able to hide behind, I have a wife and a family and protecting myself. Y'all have benefited from pro-blackness so much over the last 10 years that when it actually comes to protecting black folks, y'all do not show up. The only pro-blackness y'all believe in is pro-black business and protecting your capital or lack thereof. And it's become a mess, and we're seeing it in real time. So now that I got that out the way, you all know about the lawsuit. JayZ is named in a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit with Diddy. The person who is suing is saying that JayZ and Diddy were involved with them and there was something that happened that was inappropriate. at the age of 13. Now, this person said that this happened during the 2000 VMAs and during an after party. Now, there is some things being said about how this is inconsistent, like the story's not adding up with, you know, what, when, and where. It's not making a lot of sense. That's not my job. There's even a conversation that is being used even by JayZ to say, why is this a civil suit? Why are we not really getting folks involved and pressing charges like we should be? Why is this a civil suit? This proves that y'all are trying to get money. And JayZ knows, and his lawyer who wrote this trash statement knows, that this is beyond the statute of limitations and all that. Like, it's too long, and a person cannot bring the law into this in that type of situation. People are seeming to forget that Cassie was able to file a lawsuit and a prosecutor picked it up and saw all of the evidence. It does not work like that. Something like that happened in the early 2000s, bringing it to the police. We know the police are for themselves, even to the point of them picking up cases and stuff. Prosecutors picking it up is not necessarily for the victims all the time. It's about making a name for themselves. But if a lawyer has already done the work and is there, they can pick it up and make it a big case. That's what we saw. That's what we saw. Like, Cassie bringing that and try to file charges and stuff, that wouldn't have happened. So she used her own money and resources to file a civil suit, and they were able to use this to find other things that were done, and other stuff came out. The video of the hallway incident with Diddy, that had been in somebody's possession for years, and it did not come out until when? Like, you know, there was even police being called during the Cassie situation. The security at the hotel was involved. And what happened? I don't understand how we're saying, one, we don't trust the police. We know that the police are self-serving, and then telling victims that they should have filed a police report and got police involved when we know the police are self-serving. I don't get that. I don't get that. So I am not really sure where this is going to go. It's looking nasty, and it's looking like this is going to possibly go out to court. JayZ's lawyers are even trying to push that the Jane Doe name be released to the public, and we know how that works. When folks come forward, victims come forward, their name and, you know, comes out, and people start harassing not just them but their family and all the digging and stuff. Like, this is a very high profile case. Now, what is looking like that there is a possibility that the Jane Doe name will be released to the public. I'm not shocked that it happened. I'm shocked that it's happening. Like, I knew that there was probably some names that were going to be revealed of people being close to Diddy that were involved. We don't know. We don't know Diddy. We don't know JayZ. We don't know these people. For folks saying this happened in the 2000s, there's no way that a 13-year-old was able to do these things. You all will be surprised. Like, the fact that folks don't think these things are possible. There is so much that was happening in, like, these days. It's still happening. People be shocked. Like, sex trafficking is still happening. That still happens. Like, we see it on social media. We have seen interviews from adults talking about things they have done to survive. It is not shocking that something may have happened with a 13-year-old, or a 13-year-old was able to get into a party. That should not be shocking to folks. Like, we've seen victims come out and talk about their experiences and things. So this should not be shocking to so many people, but it is. People try to say that, oh, y'all are attacking them, or y'all doing these things because they're a celebrity, and that's the reason why y'all trying to get some money and all that. And it's just like, okay, the same way that you're saying that folks are trying to get attention and fame, the fame of these celebrities allows them to be able to do these things. We've seen this time and time again, where folks who are very well known and have power and resources are able to get away with very harmful things. So again, we do not know JayZ. I'm not saying that he's guilty. That's for the court to decide. But I will say that the court of public opinion is not on JayZ's side. JayZ's statement, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but reading it, you can just tell that this was a lawyer, and also him being upset, like him being disgusted and pissed off and very arrogant in this. And the way he worded certain things, this was not good. I don't know if a lawyer wrote, I hope not. I hope that this wasn't a lawyer, but this was arrogance coming out. This should have been a PR statement. This should have been better crafted, which is why they had to delete the first one and then re-upload another one 10 minutes later. And the other one came off a little bit more knowledgeable and a little bit more like warmth to it. He added family and talked about that this is disrespectful to his kids and to victims and things. It had a better soft touch, but the first one already did the damage. The same tactics that JayZ is using is the same ones that Diddy were using, and it's too soon. It's too soon. We saw how Diddy denied, said that wasn't him. You know, people are trying to get money. Then the video of Cassie came out. He said he didn't know that person. At first, he said the things that he's been accused of are simply not true. And now it's, that person, I don't recognize them. JayZ is not looking really good. JayZ is not looking really good. And even if this doesn't go to trial, or if it does go to trial, I feel like the damage is already there. And it's going to be slowly eroding. I have a feeling of that. I would not be surprised if the NFL cuts ties with Roc Nation. I would not be surprised if they say, hey, we're going to cut ties with Roc Nation for right now, pending, you know, things and the whatever, and just not revisiting, not coming back, because they don't want to be associated with that. They don't care. And it'll be ironic if it does, because you sacrifice so much of your social capital, so much of the things that you and also your wife have said about, you know, protesting the NFL and the Super Bowl, only to be given the boot by them.
Tables turn, the tables turn. What goes around comes back around.
Now, what's funny to me, and I don't know where this is going, but folks have been saying for the last couple of months that Beyonce might be doing all this work to prepare for a divorce to protect her assets and things. And I don't know. Like I don't know, but I will say JayZ showing up to the Lion King premiere in Blue Ivy, which she was looking fabulous. Her being on the red carpet and the voice that she did for her character sounded good. Folks were saying that JayZ shouldn't have came. I'm saying that it wouldn't have mattered had he came or not. Had he not come, it would have brought more attention to why he's not coming. He must be guilty. Him coming, I think that he, you know, should come as far as like the brand thing and like protecting his image, like show up like, hey, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty to the point that I'm showing up. I think that if he had a very genuine politic of, you know what, I did not do these things, but I'm going to let it play out, and I'm going to do what I got to do to protect myself and let the truth come out. He could have stayed at home. Like, hey, I don't want to be associated with this. Like, I didn't believe that. But at the end of the day, it's about protecting the brand, because JayZ is not a human being. He is a business. These folks are not necessarily trying to protect them as a person. They're trying to protect their brand and their image and their business. That's what it is, because there's so much money involved that I can't lose that. We can't lose that. We're too big to fail. Wonder where we got that from. But yeah, even to 50 Cent gloating and saying things, 50 Cent's day will come. His baby mama accused him of being very abusive and things in the past in their relationship, and she accused him of R. So seeing 50 Cent in his response to it is disgusting. 50 Cent has been known as a very disgusting, colorist individual. I do not mess with him. And I'm just tired of men like 50 Cent coming out saying, I told you so, or like only using this because they do not like a certain person. But not really applying any of the politics. Like, you just don't like Diddy and you don't like JayZ. This is not about how you feel about protecting black women or women in general, because if that was the case, you would not be doing the things that you have been doing over the last couple of years. But we will see where this goes. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not any of these things. So I'm only talking about my thoughts of the whole process and stuff, but I will be paying attention to it. And I will be talking about it, but I will say this is something to see, and there's too many public appearances from them, like from Beyonce and JayZ coming up. Like Beyonce is performing Christmas. Whoever's working the PR over there, they're gonna be working overtime. They will be hopefully paid in gold because they're gonna need it, because this is a mess. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.